What it is, what it do. I'm A1, this is GTA 5. And in this video, we're going to be going over all the changes that happened to Coveted since patch 1.14. And before we get started, I do want to remind everybody it is a level 36 mission. It doesn't have a contact you can call, but there's lots of different ways you can get it. The best way is to either have a friend start it for you. You can go to the blue Corona where the mission's located between 12 a.m. and 8 a.m. Or you can get it on the menu screen in between missions. And I'm sure there's probably other ways you can get the mission as well. I'll add a playlist in the description. Don't forget you can also bookmark it as well. Alright, so as for the first change. As soon as you arrive at the cove, your first objective will be to secure the landing site. So as soon as you get to the cove, you have 2 minutes to get to the Cargo Bob's landing area and kill the nearby enemies. And if you don't end up doing it within the 2 minutes, then you'll end up failing the mission. But as you see in this video, I end up getting to the Cargo Bob's landing area with a minute to spare, so that's not really an issue. Another change they made was the placement of the enemies. Around half of the enemies have been moved from the beach area to the hill that you have to run down. So basically you're going to encounter the enemies as you're running down the hill instead of taking them out at the beach. Another change they made is that the Cargo Bob takes around 2 minutes to arrive to the players once they've reached the cove. And the 2 enemies near the objective container now have RPGs, which honestly up to this point really hasn't been an issue. Every time they shot at me they missed, but I did try to dodge them, so I wasn't just a sitting duck. Since a lot of the enemies have been moved to the hill, the remaining enemies at the beach won't be shooting at you as you're going down the hill, but they will start shooting at you once you get closer to them, whether you're in the helicopter or not. Again, none of these changes really makes a big difference to the mission. But as for this next tweak that was made to Coveted, I would consider it the biggest change out of all of them. In the old Coveted, we used to pick up the container and take it to Martin's drop-off location, which was nearby. But after patch 1.14, you now have to take the container to a warehouse that's all the way in Cypress Flats. And Rockstar said they made this change because the previous drop-off location was too close to the action. And another change that was made is that after you pick up the container in the Cargo Bob, you'll have an enemy helicopter that'll spawn and chase you. That's not really an issue. Out of all the times I've played Coveted since 1.14, I've never even gotten shot at from the helicopter, so I don't even consider that an issue as well. And one of the issues they said they fixed was that the NPCs will no longer disappear when you zoom in with the sniper scope. So those are all the changes that have been made to Coveted. In my opinion, still one of the best missions to do to make a lot of money. They didn't change the payout, they didn't change the RP. The only difference being that instead of completing the mission in 4 to 5 minutes, it's going to take you around 5 to 6 minutes. And the main reason for that difference is because of the change in the drop-off location. So in the new Coveted, you're going to be spending probably half of the mission flying your Cargo Bob and the other half running down the hill. We ended up completing this mission just under 6 minutes. And this was the second time I had played it since 1.14, so I'm sure it can probably be done even faster than this. But on average, it'll probably take around 5 to 6 minutes. Now as for the way I play and the people in my crew play, we never play the same mission over and over. We usually do a lot of different missions, even the lower paying ones every once in a while. So all these changes really aren't a big deal to me, but for those who like to do the same mission over and over and we're using Coveted as that mission, I can see how that would be a little frustrating for them. But like I said, it's still a great paying mission. It doesn't really take that long, and I would still recommend doing it to make a lot of money. Now, is it the best mission since 1.14? I don't know. I would lean more towards Rooftop Rumble if you're going to grind the same mission over and over, but it still is a good mission overall. And I really don't see an issue with all the changes that have been made, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, let me know what you think about all the changes made to Coveted in the comments. Also, before I go, big shout out to Lady and Nordic for helping out with this mission. Both of them are awesome crew members and great mission players, and you can expect to see more of them, and not only them but all the ladies from the crew on my channel soon. Anyways, I'm A1. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to become a part of my YouTube crew, and as always, thanks for watching.